Hello and welcome to the Freedym Show. This is the daily show featuring 10-minute practical, usable advice from amazing lifestyle entrepreneurs, because it's not just about the money, it's always about freedom. I am Ryan Lee. I'm your host, your teacher, your coach, your mentor, the founder of Freedym.com, the leading online education platform for freedom-minded people just like you. If you want a very special gift, just text the word freedom, that's F-R-E-E-D-Y-M, to 33444. Once again, freedom, F-R-E-E-D-Y-M. Just text it to 33444 for a very special gift. Now today, we've got someone very cool on the hot seat. Just an amazing guy I've met every year at the Consumer Health Summit. He's just so smart, so just in it. Like I can't explain. You'll understand. It's very hard to explain Jesse Elder. If you want to learn about Jesse Elder, his website is JESSEELDER.com, JesseElder.com, and he coaches other people. He's an entrepreneur. He's grounded. He's centered. He just does such incredible things. I love following his stuff on Facebook. So today we are going to talk about his superpower, and I'm talking APC. Jesse, first of all, welcome.
Thank you, Ryan. Honor and pleasure to be on here.
Jesse, we're talking APC. Hit me with it. We got 10 minutes. There's no fluff. There's no stories. There's no BS. Let's rock and roll.
Cool. Well, if people are paying attention, and I'm sure that their tuition covered the entire program, but today they just need the edge of their seat. Here's the deal. APC, this is like the superpower. We all have it. Some of us use it. Some of us don't. So if you look at a Venn diagram with three circles overlapping, you've got the top one is authenticity. And here's the definition of authenticity, which has become kind of a freaking buzzword and has been done to death, but that doesn't mean it's not relevant. So authenticity is when you, dear listener, when you are being the you that you feel you should be. What a heck of a definition. The word you shows up in that sentence 4 times, and this in itself is kind of a mind screw for people because they're so used to chasing formulas and how do I have the perfect voice or the perfect copy that converts well so I can get paid. Screw that. Like, if you're not expressing who you actually are, then no amount of money is going to make you happy. It'll just give you more money to be miserable with. So authenticity is absolutely the foundation. And 2 big barriers to being authentic. Number one is people have this incredible fear of disapproval. They fear disapproval from their customers and clients in the form of non-sales. They fear disapproval from their peers, maybe their mentors or coaches. But quite frankly, most people fear disapproval from the authority figures of their past. Teachers, parents, religious leaders. And you know what? You got to shed that fear of disapproval. So the second thing that keeps people from experiencing the fullest expression of their authenticity is a need for approval in the first place. And so a boy doesn't become a man and a girl doesn't become a woman until they overcome their fear of disapproval. But a man doesn't become free and a woman doesn't become free until they overcome their need for approval in the first place. So as a quick checkup from the neck up, I would say look at where you are trying to seek approval. Where are you acting and behaving and communicating in a way where you secretly hope that people are going to like it? That is the fastest way that I know of to go emotionally and spiritually broke. So that's the first step, is really dialing into your authenticity.
So by the way, important. And I was wrong because I was always told, when you become a man is when you have your bar mitzvah. But I was way off on that one. I'm going to talk to my rabbi about that one. All right. So we got I love the authenticity. I live it and breathe it. And
yes, you do, Ryan.
Man, I just and when you're doing that, man, you're in the zone. So we got let's rock and roll. What's P?
Sure. P is quite simply power. And power, and this comes from years as a fighter, and years fighting in the ring and doing these like nasty, like no holds barred, illegal street fights. I learned really quickly that power is potential force that has been made real. And until something moves, nothing happens. That sounds a little weird and Zen-like, but how many times have you, not you maybe, but how many times have we as entrepreneurs said, wow, this project has potential, and then we get ready, and next thing we know, 6 months have gone by and we haven't done anything.
Right.
So the idea is the power is potential force that has been made real. And you know what? If you have kids, I know you have kids, and I'm sure many people listening to this have kids. Kids up until the age of 6, 7 years old, they need to hear every single day, multiple times a day, you have so much potential, because that primes their mind to accept a bigger future. And it actually makes them drama-proof, trauma-proof, because they start to experience themselves as powerful. But you know what? If we're past the age of 7, then potential is just a nice way of saying you haven't done anything yet. And so for someone to become truly powerful, they have to claim absolute sovereign control over the 4 creative forces that we have as human beings. First is the power of thought, consistently focused thought, not this fractured focus that comes from checking your phone 150 times a day or responding to all this little trivial stuff. True focus comes from maintaining a relentless, brutally optimistic perspective on those things that you've decided are important and strategically ignoring everything else. That's the power of thought. Second is the power of word. Words are a creation engine. You know, in many ancient texts, and you know, I grew up Catholic. I was baptized Catholic and recovered from most of that. But the idea is that you know, in the Bible it said that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh. And I think that there's a lot of actual practical truth to that. So we've got to take control over our words. Words are creation engines. Speak only words of prosperity and avoid any other type of lackful language. Third force, the third power that we have as human beings is the power of emotion. And most of us have very little experience of control over our emotions. But get this, emotions are nothing more and nothing less than the grown-up children of your thoughts and your words. Emotions are the visceral, feelable residue of your consistent thought and words. So shift your thoughts, choose thinking different things that feel better, and very short period of time, you'll start to be able to experience control over your emotions. Instead of emotions happening to you, you realize that you're actually in control of them. So that's the third force. And the final force is really the power of action. And I believe in only taking inspired action. Once you know how to shift your focus and your feelings, it's very easy to tap into flow and inspiration, and there's simply no need to suffer your way to success. You cannot have a happy end to an unhappy journey. Anybody that told you that you do have to suffer on your way to success is actually a cold, lonely, miserable soul who just wants your company.
Man, this is deep. This is the kind of episode, Joe, where people are going to have to listen to this about 50 times, because you are giving like an entire 3-day training course in like 7 minutes.
Exactly it. This is a 2.5-day training that we do here in Austin. We are compressing it into 8 minutes.
I love it. Give me the final, the C.
Yeah, so here's clarity. Clarity, quite simply, is synonymous with knowing. And it ties back to authenticity. It ties back to you got to know yourself in order to then know your purpose, your path, and your plan. These are the 3 areas of clarity that have to be in alignment. And so many of us start with the plan, right? We start with the actions and the tactics. What do I got to do today? Without really exploring our purpose or exploring the right path for us. So we start at the end, and then we wonder why we reach it and we're never fulfilled. So everybody listening to this has a unique purpose that is completely rare and special, and I don't mean that in just like a Mr. Rogers hug you kind of way, but this is like a divine freaking reality. There are no 2 human beings that are alike. So clarity is tapping into your purpose, and there's millions of ways to do that. I teach it. There's tons of other great material out there for finding your purpose, finding your path, having a path that is one of your design. It doesn't include any unwanted elements in it. And thirdly is the plan. And when you get to the plan from the place of inspiration, then action, this is a mind blower. Action is not how you make things happen. Action is how you enjoy what is happening.
I have to let that. I have to absorb it.
No worries. We'll leave that for the replay. And we'll look at a real quick overlap of all 3 of these: authenticity, power, and clarity. If someone is deficient in one of those, then there's a corresponding alignment deficiency. And so basically, if somebody's very authentic, they're like, yeah, man, I know exactly who I am. And they say, yeah, and I'm really powerful, like I'm executing powerfully every day. But if they don't have clarity on their purpose or their path or their plan, then they become a bull in a china shop. And they just end up making all sorts of messes very powerfully. And they end up causing all sorts of problems. Now, the next one is somebody who's very powerful and very clear, but they're lacking authenticity. Well, this is how you end up with like a Wolf of Wall Street, right? Or a lot of politicians or a lot of celebrities, a lot of those late night preachers. They're very compelling, very convincing, but they're kind of like a, snake oil salesman or Wolf of Wall Street. So there's ways to shore that up so they don't have to do that stuff. And the final deficiency is and this is the most common, by the way, for entrepreneurs, especially lifestyle entrepreneurs. The most common deficiency is someone who is very authentic, very clear, but lacking in power. And this is someone who is a starving artist, a broke coach, a broke healer. They know who they are. They know their purpose on the planet. They really are giving incredible value, but lacking a powerful method to express that value or lacking a powerful way to nourish themselves and keep their own confidence high. It doesn't matter how good you are. You're not going to be paid the money that you really should be.
Jesse? I'm like overwhelmed. This was, I mean, you said you were going to try to, kind of get to the essence of your whole course in 10 minutes, but you basically, you gave just an incredible, powerful presentation on it. This was just unreal. So,
thank you, man.
Yeah. So everyone listening, listen to this show over and over again because we went so fast, but there's so much to absorb. There's so much. And there's so much knowledge and so much wisdom that just went into this 10 minutes. I know it almost doesn't do it justice, but please continue to listen to this. If you want to learn more and you want to go deeper with Jesse, which I highly suggest you do, check out his site, Jesse Elder, JesseElder.com for more. Awesome stuff. Thanks for being here, Jesse. Appreciate it.
Total pleasure, Ryan. This was a blast. Thank you so much, man.
This was great. Again, everyone listening, I hope you enjoyed this special episode with Jesse Elder. I am Ryan Lee signing off. As always, I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And if you enjoyed this episode, enjoyed this show, please leave some feedback, leave comments, ratings on iTunes. Really appreciate it. So thanks for being here. Thanks to Jesse. We're signing off. See you tomorrow. Take care. Have an amazing day. And bye-bye.